Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about the finals as there's a second place session going on. Before we get to it though, if you do enjoy my videos, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more videos more often, please consider subscribing. I hear if you also go the extra step and ring the bell, it counts as a vote to kick Bobby Kotick out of Activision. And who wouldn't want that? Going back on topic, the finals is a fast-paced, objective-based competitive shooter. Mixing up the formula, the game mode consists of 3 or 4 teams of 3, and the goal is to obtain a box and bring it to a deposit station. From there on, your team has to babysit the station until the timer goes down and the points are scored. I did play and cover the first session of the finals and not much has changed since then. The AK rifle feels a lot better now compared to the first session, which is great, but that's really the only notable change that I had experienced. And now we have to talk about the game itself. I personally just have trouble enjoying this game. It comes down to 3 primary issues for me. First is the way the character moves in the game. The finals is being developed by X-Dice developers, and the character movements feel like something out of Mirror's Edge. On the surface, having a parkour shooter sounds great, but the way the characters move in Mirror's Edge has a fair bit of weight to it. The movement in the finals is responsive and fast, but very floaty. That's really the only way I know how to describe it. It's not the typical snappy gameplay that I come to enjoy. Of course, with some time I could get used to how the game feels, but I really do feel like a fish out of water. And regardless, it doesn't make up for my second complaint, which is, this game feels horrible when solo queuing. With the game having multiple teams of 3, it never feels like I can get into a true one-on-one fight and pick someone off. Of course it is possible, but if the team you're going against is coordinated and communicating, it's basically impossible. And if your team isn't doing either of those things, best get used to coming dead last every single time. I tend to play a lot of these games on my own, and unfortunately for me, that's going to be the case for the finals as well. It's not a bad thing, I prefer to play some of these games on my own, but the way that the game mode is designed for the finals makes playing it just not fun. Since players can revive each other at any given time, even diving in to get one quick kill, it's going to just be a minor annoyance since most players won't be able to overpower an entire team. Add on getting third-partied by any other nearby team, it's just not all that fun for me. I know the solo queuing experience can feel bad when it comes to game modes like this, but very few games have me wanting to close out the game within the first match of the day that I do here in the finals. Now this again wouldn't be all too bad if we had other game modes. But that's where problem number 3 arrives. There are no other game modes. At least not at this point in time. If the developers decide to only focus on this competitive mode and not have any other fast respawn arena shooter type mode, such as domination or team deathmatch or even a King of the Hill mode, I would consider it a mistake. Leaving out such modes that don't require as much coordination leaves solo queue players such as myself out to dry. I'm not saying never, but if this is the only type of game mode we're getting out of the finals, don't expect me to play it often. I'm sure the game will be fine and it will hold an audience on its own, and I do want to see it succeed. But I'm also not going to ruin my sanity and rage every time my team doesn't come close to winning a gunfight, much less a match. What are your thoughts on the finals? Are you having a better time with it than I am? And what do you want to see out of this game? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, I am Mr. Rain, and I will see you guys next time.